resembles it does not make me a furry, and it never will. And you know why? Because that doesn't make any sense. That's like saying, like, you know, you're like another. That's like me calling you white because you drink tea. That doesn't make any sense.
Bro, hold up. Okay,
You drink too.
No, I don't.
That's like me calling you white because you drink Starbucks.
No, it's not. What? It does not, because you see, here's the thing. My shows are good. They have plot. They have characters. It's good.
Okay,
a show having an animal in it doesn't mean it doesn't make a difference. If the acting and the voice actors and the dialogue is good and the writing is good, then I should be able to watch it and say it's good. Stop being called a furry. Your shows are trash.
The fact that it's bestiality, though.
It's not. It's really not.
Let's start off with the basics. Okay.
It's not.
Okay, let's start. Come on, jeez, this is just like the presidential elections. Okay.
I don't understand what the point is. There's no problem. My shows are good. Your shows are trash.
Okay.
And they're disgusting.
Okay. Let's start off with the basics. Okay. Alright. Okay. Who wants to go first?
Me. Let me go first. This clown wants to cut me off.
Alright. Okay.
I'm not gonna be like Trump like you are.
Okay.
No, Mr. All-American.
Alright, Jelani, you have had.
Go ahead, Trump.
Alright, so.
No, John can go first. Trump can go first.
Let me speak. Shush.
Trump.
Okay, speak about your one show that you want to showcase. What's the one show you want to showcase?
Okay, BoJack Horseman. It's a good show. It goes really into depth about the character's life, what he's done in the past, and what he's done that's bad. Stuff like that. I mean, it really goes into depth. Like, they don't spare a single detail at all. And the voice acting is really nice. It honestly sounds as if like they're really sorrowful about what they've done and stuff like that. He goes on this journey to find himself and stuff like that, mentally and emotionally. And he's really just trying to understand himself. And that's all I got. Now, what do you think?
Alright.
Chris, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you have your father with you?
What? My files?
What?
Do you have your father?
No, not right now.
Like, is your mother and father still together?
Yes.
What does that have to do with this?
Yeah,
what does that have to do with this? You're not Joe Biden. You don't bring stuff up like that. Quiet.
So in All American, this dude don't know who his father is.
Well, I would never understand that story
people?
then, shoot.
No, hold up.
Okay.
So he don't know who his father is, but his father go to his football games, which he don't know because he don't know who he looks like. But he's always in the background watching, but he doesn't know. And then he finally meets his father. His father coaches his old school's team. His father disappears again, but he doesn't know why. But then he found out that his dad has cancer, and then his dad died of cancer.
So his dad did just want to tell him that he had cancer instead of leaving?
Yeah. He left because he didn't want his son to see him dying. That's why he never wanted his son to see him.
Okay. Ooh, name the characters.
Well, you didn't ask me that question.
Okay, wait. You don't want. We'll come back to you. Okay, name the characters. What's their, their progression throughout the story?
Wait, me or him?
Spencer. Wait, John, you go first.
Oh, okay.
You got BoJack Horseman. You know, the protagonist of the story, or antagonist. I mean, you can refer to him as which. I mean, he's kind of both at this point. You've got Todd, his roommate, who basically came in after like a drunk party they had, because Todd's been like in like this area with like mafia gangsters and stuff like that. Because like Todd ruined something on accident. He didn't mean to. He got involved in something that didn't involve him. He didn't mean to, but they want like his head because like he did something bad. You've also got his daughter Hollyhock, who later comes in on the story. We don't see much of her life because it's not focused around her anyways. You've also got this ghostwriter named Union. That's her name. Union is like a Vietnamese name. Basically, she's his ghostwriter, but she also like is trying to find herself as well because her boyfriend isn't like her, like Zelda or Zoe or something like that. That's what they compared their characters to. People who are more logical and aren't as funny, and they're more focused on themselves, and other people who are more joyful and they're like into parties and stuff like that, and they want to just like be happy around others. Pretty much introverts and extroverts. And she's not like her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's more like an extrovert, and she's more like an introvert, but like a deep introvert. So she's like a Billie Eilish type introvert. She doesn't want to like communicate with this guy pretty much, but she doesn't know it yet. You've also got that's all I'm gonna say for now. Oh, and you've also got Princess Carolyn, who's basically competing with like this other lady called Vanessa Gecko, who's like basically out for her position, and she's trying to be happy and stuff like that. But like she can't really find her happiness, so she makes it up for herself. Like she basically pretends that like her daughter or like her granddaughter is talking about her in her class just to make herself happy because she doesn't really have a granddaughter or any children of her own. And that's it.
Alright, you go, Javen.
Okay.
Sexy
So we
Ray.
have Spencer, who becomes one of the best football players you'll see in the show. And that's the person whose father died. And Jordan Baker and Olivia Baker, brother and sisters, who will soon become
Do they make out like
a
Luke
great
Skywalker?
friend, like family to Spencer. Asher, who's a drug addict who takes steroids. Typical white people stuff.
Bro, you can't. I'm done.
And then
What?
I need to. Oh,
Typical white people.
I'm gonna-
huh?
Bro.
I'll be right back.
Typical white people stuff.
Okay, well, we're just gonna have to. We're
Typical.
just gonna have to wait until he comes back. We're just gonna act like we did not hear that. We're just gonna act like he said,
Drugs and steroids. Typical white people stuff.
Okay,
Typical
we
white
have
people stuff.
Billy Baker, who's like a second father to Spencer James. He lets him come into his house and live with him so he can go to Beverly Hills High School. And then we have a person named Tamia Cooper who becomes a good rapper. And then we have Dylan James, Spencer's brother, who don't know that his father don't know the father either. And then we have a whole bunch of other people that doesn't get introduced yet. But there's a lot of people who are introduced, but I don't really know their name.
Alright.
So
Alright, so,
Anything else?
Chris, what do you think?
Anything else? Cause
Oh,
anything
typical
else
what, is there any more typical white people stuff?
anything else I would like to add?
Cool.
drinking a lot of alcohol.
Then you know we're gonna do round 2 of your choices shows, and then round 3.
Alright
Hopefully
then.
we don't have to go to round 3. Which is
So
most
are
likely.
you picking our second shows now?
Yes, and then I'll give the rating on all of them.
Alright.
Before I
Oh, me?
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh no.
We got Agretzko, the show that you guys depict as a happy, loving show with no
Bestiality.
errors whatsoever. Excuse me? I don't think my time was up. You and your typical white people stuff show needs to go. Anyways, basically in the show we have Agretzko, who, like I said earlier, but you guys didn't want to listen, gets harassed by her boss. And basically, she wants to quit her job, but at the same time, she doesn't. She wanted to marry out of it, but she doesn't want to be considered lazy for doing it. And basically, her friend once gave her good advice that you don't want your husband feeling like a cash register, well, not cash register, but like an ATM. But you also don't want to marry out of it either, because that's the only reason. But you want to also find love in your husband. Well, you don't want. But yes, thank you. Other guy. But yeah, that's the point. Cause like, but then like she decides that she wants to settle down, but how to do it. But then she meets this very special guy in driver's ed class because she wants to get away from her mom. So, oh, hold up. But yeah. So when she does that, when she gets her driver's ed lesson, what she wants to do is get away from her mom, and
You want to know what I think? Well, I
Hey, wait,
I think they cut me off again before I'm finished.
Hey, whoa, wait.
came to a conclusion. I came to a good conclusion.
Just stop. Don't,
no.
Yeah, don't-
don't,
No, Chris.
You and your typical white people stuff show.
Go.
King Go.
Just look.
You're part of it, Jelani. You're a part of it.
Part of what?
Bro, what
Typical white people stuff.
But I'm not white.
Yes, you are.
Bro, okay, you stop arguing.
Anyways,
Bro.
I think the show is great, and I think you should really look into it more than you should All American, because unlike All American, everybody knows their dads and their moms. They're not depressed about this, and it's not some average issue that a lot of people have.
He gets to know his dad.
It's an average issue. That's basic. That's a classic term.
So
Unlike BoJack Horseman and Gretzko, they have no basic term. It's a hard edge from what you thought you were getting to. You're like, oh, I see where this is gonna go, and then bam, you're whacked in the face with a twist.
Well, Chris, I think you should watch All American, then Joe back, and then the Hollow. Then forget about the bestiality.
Well, I honestly, this guy, hold on. If this guy, they really think it's a good idea to watch some knockoff Gravity Falls, then what else is he suggest to you?
Okay. Explain it. Okay, geez.
The show is trash.
The Hollow's where they get trapped inside a video game, but they don't know it. Then they find out
a video
that
game.
they get
How
trapped.
interesting.
Then they find out they're trapped. Then they have to find a way to escape. Then they get trapped into another version of the game. Then they live happily ever after inside a game.
What a classic Disney twist, bro. How amazing.
It's not even Disney, you dumb nut.
I don't care. I said classic Disney twist. As in a joke because it ends just like most Disney movies do. Oh, they did this. Yada, yada, yada. Happy ending.
It's better than bestiality. It's better than bestiality.
It's not what you think, bro. Okay? It's not at all what you think. Both shows are good regardless. None of them have what you call bestiality in it. Okay? It's a good show. It goes deep into emotion, and I like it. And so what? It's a good show. Is there a problem with that? No.
Chris, you should watch 3 out of the 4 shows.
Hey Chris, if you think this man, if you want to watch a knockoff Gravity Falls, then go ahead. But if you want to watch a good show that has deep emotions,
bestiality, go ahead.
If you want to listen to a guy whose voice squeaks because he's intimidated by his opponent, then I don't think that's a good idea.
Let him finish. Just let him finish.
If you want to watch a white girl show, go
my
ahead.
shows are good.
Bro, just
let him. John is a typical white girl.
Bro, he's suggesting you to watch knockoff Gravity Falls with some average happy.
No, how's the Hollow knockoff Gravity Falls?
It looks, bro. This is the text, the plot. It's all trash. Character design, writing, plot, dialogue. They're all doo-doo. Do not watch it, bro.
Trump.
Trump, you cut me off like 5 times, bro. You're the Trump here. Shush.
Yo,
stay quiet. Stay in your place and let me finish.
You try to make his decisions, Trump.
No, bro, you're gonna let me speak.
Okay.
I'm telling you now, Chris. Don't watch it.
You should have watched it before you watched the bestiality show.
Okay.
You haven't even watched the show. That's the funniest thing about it. You didn't even watch the show, and you wouldn't call it that. For what reason? You haven't watched it. You haven't watched it. You didn't watch. Stay quiet.
I want to watch the show with bestiality.
Okay.
You don't know that because you haven't watched it. You haven't watched it. You didn't watch it. And if you're claiming the show is innocent, then it wouldn't have that, now would it, if it's so innocent? So you're contradicting yourself. So let me get this straight, Mr. Trump. If my show is what you, if my show has what you claim it has, and it's so innocent, then it wouldn't have that, now would it? No, it would not, because it's the innocent child show, right? Right? Don't contradict yourself if you're gonna argue with me.
I didn't contradict. I never said it was innocent.
Literally, bro, you're gonna get twisted that way if you argue with me.
Chris, did I ever say it was innocent?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I said it was
innocent. An innocent show, an innocent kid show. But then
I said it was innocent. I was like, oh yeah, it's.
Regardless, he acts like he's like, oh, the show looks so innocent and childish. It doesn't look like it. And then you said like, oh, it doesn't look like people get stabbed in that show. So if it doesn't look like people get stabbed in that show, then it looks innocent. The animation looks innocent. The dialogue makes it look innocent. So therefore, it's gonna look innocent. So no, you're gonna shut your mouth and let me speak. I'm not done.
You guys.
Chris,
I'm not done.
Chris said that.
I'm not done. Let me finish. If I'm not done, I'm gonna finish.
It's my turn. Your
I'm
minute
gonna
been
no,
up.
no, it's not
Your
your
minute
turn.
been
You
up.
don't get to cut me off,
Your minute
nigga.
been up.
You're gonna be
Your
quiet.
minute been up. Your
No,
minute
I'm
been
gonna
up.
keep going. I'm gonna
I will
continue.
make
I'm
my
gonna
voice
keep
crack
going.
again.
It's my time.
I will make your minute been up.
No, it's not.
Yes.
You cut me off. You didn't let me finish. I'm gonna keep
Wait, hold
going
up.
because it's my
Chris,
turn.
which shows do you
It's
want to
my
watch?
time. You don't get to go. You don't get to cut
Chris,
me
which
off,
shows do
nigga.
you want to
Continue.
watch? Chris, which shows do you want to watch?
This is.
Chris,
At the end,
Chris,
Johnny, at
Chris,
the end of the day, it's not.
Chris, you're gonna watch it. Chris, you're gonna watch. You're gonna watch BoJack Horseman first. BoJack, it's better than Agretzko in my opinion. So watch that. Just watch BoJack Horseman. You'll see why it's better. This man wants to claim that my show doesn't have stabbing in it, so if it doesn't have stabbing, it looks innocent, right? I am correct, indeed. So therefore, if you want to say a show looks so innocent and it doesn't look like it has violence in it, then you are going to say, then you're going to contradict yourself in the next sentence and say that it has nasty stuff in it. But it does not. The show is nice. It's beautiful. It's a work of art by a Japanese creator, and it's nice. It really is nice. But you won't appreciate that because you didn't watch it. Instead, you rather watch a show where people don't know their dads. That's a classic issue. Nobody cares anymore. It's 2020. It's 2020. Time to arise like a phoenix.
He gets to know his dad, though.
It's 2020.
Oh.
Well, Chris, by the end of the day, it's your decision, but I highly advise you can watch any other shows except Agretzko.
Chris, this man is advising you watch some knockoff Gravity Falls from Netflix. Don't do that. Do not
knock off Gravity Falls.
I highly recommend you watch BoJack Horseman. It's a better selection than some Netflix remake specifically, just to add on to like how bad it is of Gravity Falls. That's what it is. Okay.
Basically,
And if you want to watch a show where people don't know their parents, I mean, like seriously, that's not even something to make a show out of.
I
mean, like, people don't know their parents. Oh wow, sure, that is sad. That is very sad. But I mean, at the end of the day, The Hollow is trash, and All American's trash too. So, like I said, I recommend you watch BoJack Horseman. It's better. It is good. And it is refined compared to most Netflix shows. So I recommend you watch that instead of what he suggested. Because obviously there's no quality.
By the end of the day, I think you should watch.
He probably puts his tea in. He probably puts his tea bag in the hot water before the honey. That's what he does. He probably eats his cereal dry. Think about that.
Cat talk, please.
He probably eats his cereal with water.
Can I talk, please?
Let the man talk.
No.
Let him
go.
Well, what I gotta say is, I think you should watch our two top shows, which is the Jack Bo Show, I think it's called, and All American.
You say Jack Bo?
Oh no, this is gonna.
Oh God! I don't want to hear her ramble on like Donald Trump.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but my selection of shows is superior to yours.
Okay, it's over. Just please.
And it always will be. And you know why? Because my knowledge is superior.
Go drink your Starbucks.
I am God. Chris, just think about this. Think about it. You are literally asking a man who probably eats his cereal dry or with water to give, and you're listening to him. He's telling you to like watch All American or Hollow, which I'm sure you won't watch either. At least I hope you don't watch either. As a matter of fact, don't watch either. He eats his cereal dry, and sometimes he drinks it with water. Don't do that. Don't listen to him.
Why are you...
Don't do it, Chris.
I hope you know I recorded that whole thing.
You don't want to listen to a man who drinks his cereal with water? Alright, so how's the recording?
Let me just add both of y'all.
He drinks his cereal with water, Chris. He does it. I was like, you don't want to do it, Chris. He probably eats his cereal dry.
I can't. I'm just in.
Where exactly? I was about to go to McDonald's to get a $500. Where exactly is it? I don't see it.
Recording. I don't want it no more.